When emotions run high and everyone's shouting to be heard, the most powerful person says, nothing. It's not weakness. This isn't passivity, it's precision. A psychological weapon used by Stoics, samurais, and master negotiators. Let's break down the silent power move that wins arguments without saying a word. Part 1. Why we feel compelled to argue. Humans argue to assert dominance, validate identity, or protect ego. This urge has deep evolutionary roots. In prehistoric tribes, verbal skill and dominance were often tied to survival and reproduction. Those who could persuade or command attention had more influence and protection. Today, though we no longer live in caves, our brains still interpret disagreement as a threat, a challenge to our intellect, our values, or even our sense of self. That's why being right in a discussion feels so important. It's not just logic, it's identity preservation. We argue because our egos are on the line. To be right is to survive. Socially, intellectually, emotionally. We want to be seen as competent, capable, and in control. And when someone challenges us, it activates our fight or flight response. But here's the paradox. The more someone argues, the more reactive they appear. And reactivity signals weakness. Reactivity shows that you're emotionally hooked. It's a tell. In poker, players who reveal their emotions lose. The same applies in conversation. The louder someone gets, the more emotionally invested they are, and the weaker their position appears. Calmness reads as strength. As Elbert Hubbard says, never explain. Your friends don't need it and your enemies won't believe it. When you fight to be understood, you give away your power. Because needing to be understood is a form of dependence. But silence? Silence is mysterious. It makes them question what you're thinking and doubt themselves. When someone doesn't respond, it breaks the expected pattern of conversation. This causes discomfort in the other person, making them second-guess themselves. That discomfort is power. Part 2. The power of strategic silence. Silence creates tension. People rush to fill the gap. It's a psychological reflex. In conversation, silence is often perceived as awkward. Most people are uncomfortable with it. They equate silence with disapproval, confusion, or judgment. So they talk to fill the void. And in doing so, they often reveal more than they should. They over-explain. They reveal too much. In that moment, they lose control. The one who listens silently holds the space. The one who speaks nervously fills it with concessions. Used by Stoics, samurai, musashi, and negotiators, silence isn't passive, it's control. Musashi, the undefeated samurai, was known for his presence. He would wait in silence before combat, studying his opponent's body language. His calmness was unnerving. He understood that to remain still while others flailed was the essence of power. In the Stoic tradition, silence was a form of inner mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Silence becomes a form of resistance to emotional contagion. Professional negotiators are trained to use silence. In high-stakes business deals, the one who speaks first often reveals the most. A well-timed pause can force the other part to backtrack, adjust their offer, or show their hand. Interrogators use silence to break people down, not with pressure, with space. The silence makes them spiral. The same tactic works in arguments, meetings, even relationships. When you don't immediately respond, it shifts the power dynamic. It suggests certainty, control, and superior status. You're not reacting, you're choosing when to respond. And in that choice, you signal authority. But it's not about dominance, it's about composure. Silence says, "I am unbothered, I am not on your emotional level." There's a quote that captures this. The one who speaks least often speaks most powerfully. Because their words are rare, they have weight. Like a sword that only leaves the sheath for good reason. The key idea is, the person who controls the pace controls the frame. If you can slow things down, you dictate the rhythm. You shape the emotional landscape of the conversation. Part 3. How to use the silent power move. Don't use silence to avoid responsibility. Use it to guide tone. The difference is in intent. Silence as evasion is cowardice. Silence as strategy is control. Use it when someone tries to bait you emotionally. If they insult, accuse, or provoke, don't react immediately. Let the silence sit. Let them notice your restraint. Use it when you're being pressured to react quickly. Whether in negotiations, sales, or conflict, urgency is often used to disrupt your thinking. Slow it down. Pause. Think. Respond when you're ready. Use it if you want others to reveal their assumptions. Ask a short, precise question, then wait. The silence forces them to expand, and in expanding, they often show their hand. Combine it with calm body language. Breathe slowly. Maintain eye contact. Stillness enhances presence. In many martial arts, the stillest person is the most dangerous. They waste no movement. Avoid nervous gestures. Don't fidget. Tap your fingers or avert your gaze. Let your stillness say, I am not shaken, I am absorbing. This tactic is not about coldness, it's about intention. You're communicating, I value this moment, I am thinking, I will not be pulled into chaos. Ask a short question, then pause. For example, why do you think that is? Then wait. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. The next time you feel the urge to fight back, pause. Let silence work for you. It's not about saying less. It's about making every word count. You don't stay silent to avoid the argument. You stay silent to own the frame, to show that you don't need approval. You're not rattled. You're watching, absorbing, evaluating. In silence, you invite them to reveal their agenda, their flaws, their fear, and all without raising your voice. Silence is not weakness, it's strategy. It says, I don't need to win this argument because I've already won control of myself. Try it. The next time someone pushes, don't push back. Just pause, hold the space, let them speak, let them squirm. Silence is your sword. Like and subscribe to the thought experiment. Explore the unseen. Think deeper.